Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to this Jurassic World Evolution 3 Park build. Like I say in all the episodes, if you have any name suggestions, please leave them in the comments because I'm clueless at the moment. I want it to be something tropical, like a tropical island or something like that, but I just can't think of any names or any themes or anything. But as you can see here, I'm starting on the Zen Garden, which I said I'd be doing for the Guanlong enclosure. Well, it's not in the Guanlong enclosure, it's next to it, but it's just a nice little bit of theming, which ties into the Guanlong because they was discovered in China. Although this is more Japanese themed. Actually, no, I think they still have cherry blossom stuff in China. I'm pretty sure, but Japanese, Chinese, whatever. I just thought it looked cool in the end. As you saw there, I just put a little pagoda in, and I'll do a little seating area there where guests can come and have a picnic or whatever. But yeah, I'm really happy with how it turned out in the end. I was just looking for all the Asian pieces here to see if there's anything I could use to make the place look a bit nicer. And I built this little Zen garden gravel pit thing. You can see some of my gripes with the game in this episode. And you see me get quite angry in a minute, but you have to wait and see for that. So yeah, as you can see, that first corner piece I placed, I set all the colours correct for that, and then with the second piece I placed, I had to choose all the colours all over again. When in Planet Coaster, if you're building with the same type of pieces, the colours will save, which makes things a lot quicker. So yeah, hopefully that's implemented in the future, because that's one of my gripes with the game. Also the snapping tool, it's a bit annoying. As you can see, I was getting frustrated there, but it weren't too bad. I just lined it up with the rest of the building and done it manually. But I do that quite a lot in Planet Coaster anyway, because the snap tools in these type of games, they never really work how I want them to. It might be a bit easier on PC, but I'm stuck on console for now. Yeah, again, just looking for all the different pieces. I placed some lanterns just to make it look a bit nicer, and I placed some random rocks as well to make it look more like a Zen garden. You see me demolishing the path there, but in the future I do add it back and make a little pathway around the actual pagoda, which works really nicely actually. Here I was just looking for picnic tables. They didn't really have any tables that were good enough to make a picnic table, so I had to make my own. Hopefully they're added in the future. But to be fair, it doesn't really matter. They have regular picnic benches, but I wanted something a bit more creative and something that I'd done myself. I get to work to placing loads of fence here, but I skipped that all out because you don't want to see me placing fence for about half an hour. I think it took in total of placing fences, which I've done a lot off screen. I've done a lot more in the park since recording this episode, and it's literally just placing fencing and doing all the mundane, boring bits. But I'll show you all that in the next episode. So yeah, placing all the cherry blossom trees, and here's some live footage of what the garden looks like from a guest's point of view. And yeah, it does look really cool. There's a lot of grass and stuff poking through the edges. I don't know if I did go through and delete that, but it makes it look more natural, to be fair. So I think maybe I kept it. I can't remember if I deleted it or kept it. If so, I'll probably keep it. But yeah, quite nice. I have gone through this as well and added more bushes and stuff just to make it look a bit more enclosed. And yeah, it looks really good in the end. But now placing some of the Chinese, Japanese lanterns, just to make it look a bit more thematic. And yeah, I'm really happy with how it looks in the end. It gives off a lovely warm glow, which I'm really happy with. The lighting in this game is so good. It's really good when you compare it to the last games. The shadows that things cast and stuff, it's brilliant. Which is probably why the game has the limit, the complexity meter, because I think it's quite a graphically powerful game. But I think I'm only about 15% through, and I've built quite a lot, so it just goes to show it's not really affecting my parks, whether that's a me issue or what, but yeah, completely fine. There's a little overview of the garden, and I think it's integrated quite nicely. I do place fence all around the outside of the garden, but I do that off screen because that, yet again, took about half an hour. You'll see that all in the next episode though, and what I've done. But now we're getting started on the actual enclosure, which is for you, Megazillosaurus. You told me to build a Protoceratops enclosure. You did ask to add some of the other ones. It was Microceratus and Psittacosaurus, I think. I did add Microceratus, but not Psittacosaurus, because I didn't want it to be too bulked out. This is just a little tiny little petting zoo area thing. Well, it's not really a petting zoo, but it's for like tiny little animals. The animals that would be at the beginning of the park, because you don't want to give your guests what they want right at the beginning. You need to ease them in. But yeah, thank you very much for your suggestion, and if anyone else has any other suggestions, you're welcome to comment, and I'll put it in the park if the suggestion's good enough, which I'm sure they will be. You guys are really good at all that stuff. Obviously, if you like this sort of content, please leave the video a like, maybe subscribe. Obviously, you don't have to if you don't like it, but yeah, thank you very much, it's really appreciated, and let's hopefully grow this channel and build this park bigger and better. So as you can see here, I'm getting really frustrated with the build tools. I've set in the settings, look, you can see there, building placement to align it and everything. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but every single time I selected it, it kept going off the grid. It might be where no, because it says I'm editing the group as well, so I don't know why it's doing that. Yep, there we go, get really frustrated there. Honestly, it wound me up so much, and I had to do every single bit individually, which is not ideal in a game like this. Oh, there's just so many little things like this which just really annoy me, and I want them fixed so much, cause I basically have no problems with the game if all of the building tools are fixed. You hear me say in every single episode, but it's so aggravating in a game that relies on the building tools to make things look good. But I did get there in the end, just a little retaining wall for the tiny dinosaurs, because they wouldn't really be able to escape over this, and I did build a little cliff side into the enclosure, so nothing would be able to escape. So as you saw there, just lowering the terrain, just to make it more like in a dip. So like I said, the dinosaurs couldn't like crawl out. Obviously using the electric fences at the back, just for added security. But yeah, it's a really nice little enclosure this, and it's so good we can build things like this with like the natural barriers, and you can make your own fences in a way, which I'm really happy with, because some of the fences in this game are so large for the tiny dinosaurs that you actually keep in some of the enclosures. Like, I'm pretty sure a Lystrosaurus would be able to crawl through the little gap in the fence. But yeah, it's so good we can make our own. And as you see here, I'm building a little cave for the Protoceratops and Microceratops. Nothing too crazy, but it's just a little cave which they could hide in and sleep in, and I'm really happy with it. Just placing some random rocks and stuff as well, just so they have places to hide, and I had loads of shrubbery and stuff as well, which is really nice. Looking for all the skins there, and I really like that red and white one. That's really iconic, I think, and it reminds me a lot of the Maiasaura from the original Jurassic World Evolution. But here they are, and don't they look wicked? I absolutely love this dinosaur. It was a bit of an underdog. I completely forgot they added it. Until Megagodzillasaurus told me to add them. So thank you for reminding me, because they're actually really cool. I love the little spines they have on their tail. Nice bit of realism, which is really appreciated. Yeah, so here we go, adding all the shrubbery and stuff. I wanted to add some unique bits of shrubbery and stuff. So placing some ferns and some elephant grass and stuff. Those, is it dogwood bushes? They're really good. They're just a nice generic bush, which you can place throughout parks, and that's like one of my #1 things I look for in like these type of games, like a nice generic bush which I can place all around the park, just because I don't want anything too like thematic or whatever. I like something that can cover a load of different parks, if that makes sense, because obviously you have all the different biomes. I like a bush that can tie in with each individual biome, if that makes sense. You probably don't really know what I'm going on about. But it makes sense in my head, and that's all that matters. But here we have some little baby Protoceratops. They are so cute. I didn't actually leave a nest in this enclosure due to the experiences I've had with past enclosures. I didn't want a massive overpopulation, so I quickly deleted it. But it's one of those. That's another little gripe I have. You should be able to turn nests on and off. But yeah, I did the Microceratops. I didn't actually record that, but you can see the babies coming out now, and I do show you some of the Microceratops I added at the end. So there we go, completely eradicating the nest, because I didn't want another Massive overpopulation of dinosaurs. I've learnt from my mistakes. I just added a little sand bath, little area where they could roll around in the sand and clean themselves. I don't know if reptiles do that, but I added it anyway because I thought it'd look cool. Yeah, they're the parents there. I love that red frill, it looks really cool. I think they have a little interaction here. Oh, isn't that lovely? I completely forgot to do cinematics for this episode. Sorry about that. But I'll do them in the next episode. I might include some of this enclosure in the next episode, maybe just to make up for it. But I completely forgot while I was recording this, and it's all recorded and uploaded to my PC now, so I can't really bother to go and do it now I'm recording. I'll just delay the video even more. But there's the Protoceratops. I keep wanting to call it Proceratosaurus. I'm getting all my protos and pros and ceratuses and everything mixed up. But yeah, there's a little view into the enclosure over the fence or wall. Yeah, I think it's so cool we can actually do this now. Like, this would be realistic. You'd actually kind of see this in a real zoo. You can have a go at looking at the dinosaurs, but you can't because the bloody sun's so low in the sky where the game's constantly stuck in morning, which is another thing I need fixed. On some of the other maps, it's completely fine, but it's only on like the random generated one that the sun's so low in the sky. You can change the time of day completely fine in capture mode, so I don't know why it's so difficult to do it like in this, like the regular gameplay. Yeah, hopefully it's added in the future, I'm sure it will be. But rant over, and that is pretty much the end of this episode. Yes, like I said, no cinematics at the end of this one. But as always, thank you very much for watching, it's really appreciated. And I'll see you in the next video, which should be a lot more exciting than this, I tell you.